After she turned at Channelside Drive onto the Harbor Island Bridge, the traffic gushed as if from an unclogged drain, and she relaxed, tension streaming away from her. The rain seemed to be letting up, the sky lightening, and the two-laned bridge pavement shimmered with broken rainbows in the early evening heat. Below Mandy, the Hillsborough River flowed out to Tampa Bay between Harbor and Davis Islands, where a cornucopia of condos, custom homes, and high-end apartments knotted together along the waterfront and sprawled over every spare inch of dirt. As she traversed the bridge, she picked up speed. So did the silver pickup. One moment, she was driving in total control. The next, her car bucked. Good God, the pickup had bumped her again. Bastard. Why was he gunning for her? Who the hell was he? A drunk? Someone trying to rob her? An angry ex-husband of a client? She should have called the cops when she'd noticed him following her. She should have listened to her gut. She should have... Her car spun sideways, out of control, toward the guardrail. Mandy slammed on the brakes. Bad move. Her tires squealed and skidded on the slick pavement. Clenching the wheel, she fought the spin, but her car careened sideways, smashed into the guardrail. Concrete crumbled. Horns blared. Her airbag exploded in her face. She slapped it down, choking on the powder in the air, and opened her eyes. And gasped. Pitched downward, her car dangled about 20 feet over the water below. Through her front windshield, she had a bird's-eye view of rippling river, of raindrops plunking into the water, and muttering a warning. She could be next. Oh, my God! She screamed, started to claw at her seatbelt to escape the car before she plummeted. Somewhere above and behind her, an engine roared. Craning her neck, she glanced over her shoulder, praying that help was coming. Wrong again. The silver pickup rammed her car a second time. Fear slicked across her skin. He didn't want to rob her. He didn't want to kidnap her. He wanted to kill her. So she had to stop him. But how? It wasn't like she had a weapon in her front seat and could pull out a gun and shoot him, or had a rope handy. So what could she do? Behind her, the guardrail cracked, and metal pieces rained into the river. Her car slid, teetered. The truck crashed into her again, shoving her vehicle all the way over the lip. No, please, no. She had no time to release her seatbelt, no time to escape, no time to pray. Her car plunged toward the water, flipping, somersaulting through the air. Mandy fought blackness, nausea, dizziness, the terror of not knowing up from down. Bracing her hands on the wheel, holding her breath, closing her eyes, she froze. But even as Mandy's ears roared and the water rushed up to smack her, she gulped air. She was so not ready to die. She had to survive. For Gabrielle. It was bad enough that her precious baby girl didn't have a father. She couldn't lose her mother. Whatever it took to make it back home to her daughter, she would do. If that meant turning herself into Lara Croft, so be it. If it meant coming up with a plan, she'd be brilliant. If it meant gritting her teeth to avoid biting her tongue, she wouldn't so much as utter one yelp. But inside, she howled. She was not going to die. She was not going to die. She was not... Her car punched through the water, slamming the air from her lungs and bruising her, wrenching her. But even in pain, surely she still could swim. If only the car would float long enough for her to leap into the water. But it didn't float. She sank with a giant sucking noise, as if the river were taking her to hell. Cold water cascaded over her, hissing like a deadly sea creature. Blinded in the dark, she felt panic rise up to choke her, and she pounded her palms on the window.